and one of the most joyful nations in world rugby get together. They raise the ball, and Evan Uruzwendi of France inserts himself in between some monstrous men and some lightning quick Portuguese. 10th at the Challenger in Dubai. They'll look to improve. Portugal, who lost all their pool matches, but it was against tough opposition in Chile, Japan and Tonga, where they're starting against the toughest. The champions of Dubai come away with the ball for a kickoff that looked like it might have been palm forward, but there's no hesitation. Fabio Conceição, one of the more physical members of this Portuguese side, goes careering into the Shuja. Set upon by two Lions. John Okoth, so much HSBC 7's experience. Portugal looking fluid. Back on Salos, linking up with Conceição. Back inside the Portuguese go. Just looking for an avenue and an offload at the moment. And patient on the ball, looking for the gaps, waiting for them to open. Conceição is more of a man for prizing open gaps. Rodriguez loses the ball, but he has it stolen illegally. Off Portugal go, through Vazat Túnez. Squirms free. Kenya free. Kenya galloping into the 22, home and hose. And who do you know? Kevin Wakesa. The opening score for the Shuja. Part of the side that qualified in such stunning fashion at the Rugby Africa qualifier. All the Portuguese players were committed to attack. And the rangy Wakesa just had to pin his ears back and hold his pace to the line. Well, you can go to any continent, any country in the world, and I'm pretty sure that you'll come across a Kenya Sevens fan. Oh, that is like a kickoff I have never seen before. Almost dribbling out perfectly. But hitting the pole and bouncing back inside. If it hits the pole, it doesn't mean it's in touch. So Portugal dot it down. And they come back for the centre field scrum.
I don't have the timer on the screen. Tell me please 1 minute, 1 minute.
So as you can hear, bit of a clock issue in the stadium. But for our purposes, we know it's 4 minutes left of the first half. Vazan Túnez, João Vazan Túnez, plays for Direto, the Portuguese champions, and he started it off. He's released Fabio Conceição. Conceição screaming away, dragged down at the last gasp by Dennis Abukusa. Penalty conceded. Conceição so close. Portugal again not standing on ceremony. Rodriguez lassoed round the ankles. This time they won't miss. João Afro-Rosa in with the response. The man they call Rosiki, taking a blow to the face for his troubles. But crucially, getting the ball down safely.
Maybe 5. I don't know.
Well, timed out on the kick. Wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
Can you help me, please? To 10.
It was the break from Conceição that had Kenya scrambling. And Joao Rosa just couldn't miss. Vaz Antunes. Evenly matched contest so far. Portugal, truth be told, the team on top. Weaving run from Abakuse. Abakuse knocks on after it ricochets out of the hands of Amaitsa. Portugal back in control. Goodness me. Until John Okoth swallows up his opposite man. Vasco Silva. Well, as he looked to get the offload,
22.
a deliberate offload, a deliberate knockdown, I beg your pardon, from John Okoth.
Time on.
Well, that's not John Okoth. 22 was called initially,
We have stability, okay? You must ensure this. We have stability.
but the referee correcting himself.
Please. Crutch. Bind.
Dangerous position this for Portugal to strike from. Big blind side to work with. Vaz Antunes. Plenty of zip in his heels. Doesn't get far though. Too lateral from Portugal. Rodriguez.
There is a tackle.
Poor decision. Isolated. Set upon by the Kenyans. And they ride out 45 seconds of the sin bin. Leading by 2. They go for the line out. Bit of ring craft there from the side, who were in tears at Twickenham when they were relegated from the HSBC Sevens. It was an emotional day, one that prompted open letters even from players to fans in the aftermath. But their fans haven't deserted them. They believe, and that belief was fed with that victory in Dubai. Down to 6. Looking to circumvent the defence. Wakesa can't clamber away. Wakesa just has Portuguese jerseys clambering on him, but he still continues to go. Well, after the event, Anthony Amondi has landed himself in a spot of bother there. He's given away a penalty just as Kenya were looking to open up the left-hand side. There's Wakesa.
Okay, Rezu, he catch the player, but after play. I understand, but play after.
So not only a penalty to Portugal that is being converted into a scrum, but I was going to say one last chance to strike with 6 Kenyans on the field, but Abakuse returns. Kenya back to the full complement. Vaz Antunes taps, goes, looks for Rodriguez, gets clattered again. Vasconcelos, slippery customer, squeezes the offload away, and this could open up for Portugal. It has opened up for Portugal. They close the half with the go-ahead score. Diego Rodriguez, the birthday boy last Sunday, gifts himself a try here in Montevideo. conversion is good, and Portugal
Water, please.
steal the lead in the dying embers of the first half. Great pace to the line. And ghosting through. For Portugal to lead Kenya 12 points to 7.
Trae convertido para Portugal y final del primer tiempo, resultado parcial, Portugal 12, Kenia 7. Anunciamos próximo partido, ya se viene Alemania, ya se viene Uganda. Arbitraje brasilero de Ricardo Cagua. Al término de Alemania-Uganda, 15-23, 15-45, presentación formal oficial del seleccionado celeste de Uruguay, los Teros 7, despidiéndose en su tierra, en la tierra de los Teros, en Montevideo, en Uruguay, para todo el país, en lo que será el último fin de semana, presentándose aquí en Uruguay, lo que es casi la despedida antes de lo que serán los Juegos Olímpicos de julio.
Kevin Wambua, the man known as Bling in rugby circles in Kenya, looking to turn this match around. But as far as Portugal are concerned, and head coach Frederico Souza, this is all Portugal's game. They've been the far better side, worthy of their 12-7 lead, and the try scorer Rodriguez, having got a bit of oxygen back into those lungs, carries off the kickoff. Abakuse.
Contra ruck.
Abakuse looking to make amends, and really good tackle, good presence as well in the breakdown. Penalty for Kenya.
Scrum.
Amondi, another disciplinarian offender.
Let's go. We need stability. Okay. Stability.
Well, they grew into the competition in Dubai, and he came second in their pool. They lost to Germany.
Set.
That's beat Japan in the quarters, Uruguay, and then Chile. And now they look to strike against Portugal. Direct ball, tight. Well, dislodged in the tackle, and Vincent Onyala stops in his tracks. It is not clicking for the Shuja at the moment. Frustration for the Kenyans. And Onyala, who's got plenty of tournaments and tries under his belt on the sevens,
Time off. Which number?
coming up with the error.
11. Let's go. 11. 11. Mark. Time on. Crutch.
Few changes
Bind.
being rung. Fresh lungs, fresh legs.
Let's go.
Vasconcelos gets us underway. No one at home for Kenya. And Vasconcelos is first on the scene to make the tackle. Onyala gets wrapped up, gets a knee to the floor though. Kenya looking flat. Kenya also looking for the edge. Nice feet. Okoth back inside. One more ball from Mwakesa. But it doesn't find the hands of Amaitsa. Penalty to Portugal. Vasco Kamara wearing 27s on, and Kenya
Scrum.
lacking some venom in their attack, and it has to be said, lacking the electrifying pace of Patrick Odongo,
12, green.
who
The time is off. Let's go.
scored 11 tries in Dubai.
Let's go. Let's go. Enter the player.
He's not here at the moment through injury sustained. Playing for Daystar Falcons in the KRU Championship.
Wait. Please.
But he's also got something else on his mind as well. There's an appeal out at the moment for 1.5 million Kenyan shillings and 18 pints of O positive blood for his father,
Bind.
Johannes, who is
Set.
very ill at the moment in the wake of corrective heart surgery. It's been an emotional time for the Shuja Sevens. Can they draw on those emotions to try and fend off this very, very accurate and impressive Portuguese Sevens outfit?
Go. Ball is out. Ball is
For the
out.
first time, they're dispossessed and they spill. In transition, Kenya out to the edge. Okoth weaves inside, foot to the floor, raw acceleration, and almost away. Bouncing pass is well taken. And that's a real good option to throw the ball out. Onyala arrives just in time. Campos de Carvalho, Silwell, and Camara are bringing great energy since coming on. A kick behind to turn the Portuguese defence, and a leap and an extension of the fingertips. Lange and Betessa is there, and well, more Kenyans are going to arrive. No Portuguese are going to engage in this. A technicality of the game. No more can be called, but it goes to the 5. Diogo Rodriguez carried across, dumped to the floor. 5 meters. And you can see the hands on heads. There are some absolutely exhausted sets of lungs out there.
2 and 19. Okay.
Vasco Durao inserts himself at hooker. Keen surfer, the man they call Vaquinho.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
He's going to have to ride a wave of Kenyan pressure here, tight to his line. Just a stutter. Vasconcelos too eager, and Kenya tap and go, and Anthony Amondi drags Kenya back into the contest.
Okay, you can.
They've spluttered and spurted throughout.
The score, please.
And one of their experienced HSBC Sevens men gets them across the line. He can't add the extras. And here he goes. Defence disorganised. Quick thinking of Amondi.
Back rows. Back rows. Red.
We're all square. 12 apiece. A minute and 16 seconds to go. Kenya sensing that they could steal this now. Salem Adoyo in and assisting in the tackle. The defence still ravenous from Oshlobos. And Batesa can't find a way through. There's fresh zest about the way that Kenya are attacking. And Chrisan Ojwan on debut is going to take home the ultimate Montevideo memento. A try on debut for the Shuja Pride. The defense rushing up. And Ojwang with the awareness to bounce off that right foot. He's been honing his 7 skills for Cababeri Sevens, and that is that. The final act, and Kenya prevail. Portugal, their hearts broken at the death. But the Shuja, not roaring, but off to a victorious start here in Montevideo.